Not sure you guys know this, but I like Hilda. It's my favorite show of all time. You guys probably did not know about this, but I want to make a video about it, but I'm not sure what. Can't do an episode ranking, that'll be too long, and I don't have that much time. I already talked about my favorite character from the show and my favorite character in fiction. Alright, what to do? Oh, I got it. So for this video where I talk about a random subject, I'm doing a ranking of all the title cards in Hilda. Yes, I'm serious. Now, for those who are fans of the show or have never seen Hilda, every episode starts with a title card. Well, sometimes there's clips of the episodes playing before the title card, but you get it. In these title cards, it gives us a picture that gives us an idea of what the episode might be about, or the events that might occur in it. So I'm gonna rank them all from my least favorite to my favorite. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do the list now. So here, by the way, this is all my opinions. If you have your own rankings of the title cards, feel free to share them. But yeah, this is my list. In last place is the replacement. I mean, what can I say about this? It's just a bunch of silhouettes of Alfur. There isn't really much. Although the episode is, based on Alfur, there isn't really much to this title card, so moving on. Next up is the house in the woods. Well, it's a title card of a house in the woods. Do you like the use of the orange colors and how the trees and the house stand out? Especially with the house emanating light. But, I mean, yeah, it's just a house in the woods, as the title card says, so nothing much here. Moving on. Similar to the previous title card, up next is the stone forest. It does feel a little similar to the house in the woods. However, it does give an ominous vibe with Hilda and Joanna being surrounded by trolls. Yeah, not much to say. I hope I'm not gonna bore you guys with how quick these are. Sorry, I'm not good at describing things most of the time. Next up on the list is the Troll Rock. First of all, I love the red lighting. I'm just gonna give you a spoiler for the rest of the video. Or well, something to know about me. Red's my favorite color, if you couldn't tell from my character, but yeah, I do love the red lighting in the picture. Along with Hilda, Frida, and David trying to corner a baby troll. In a way, it gives a sense of danger since up until this point of the show, we know that trolls can be a bit dangerous. So, and in a school environment, yeah, there will be problem causing the episodes. And, well, that does happen. The next two are Nissa-based episodes, with the first one being Strange Frequencies. Afterwards would be the Nissa. I do like the coloring that is given to the nowhere space. With Strange Frequencies, we do have a radio sending frequencies while being surrounded by a bunch of Nissas. And, I mean, yeah, it's alright. But I do like the Nissa title card a bit more, as it is our first glance at Tontu and the nowhere space. Overall, they're alright. Next up is The Job, where we have the set piece of the third act taking place in this title card, along with the shadows of Joanna's parents. Oh wait, I should have mentioned spoilers. But yeah, anyways. Although the episode does mainly focus on Hilda's father being the main focus here, having the title card taking place in the third act does make sense, as it's where the conflict happens. Another episode from season 3, and the first one is the train to Toffleton. There isn't really much to say, except I do like the yellow coloring in the image. And well, we do get a glimpse of the train. Overall, there's not really much to say. Now then, moving on to the Lost Clan. I really love the silhouette of the village houses that the Lost Clan lives in, with it being contrasted from the bright yellow background of the wall. And the next title card I'm going to talk about is similar to this one, just that I do like it a bit more, but this is a pretty good title card for the Lost Clan. We arrive at the Hidden People, with it being the first ever episode and the first title card of the season and show. It does share similarities with the Lost Clan. However, I like the nighttime aesthetic in here compared to the yellow background. I should also mention this. Every title card always have a music tune tied to it. And it gives off like a magical vibe to these title cards whenever they pop up. Especially for this one, so a good title card to start off the entire show. Moving on from elves and trolls, we have the Troll Circle, which shows us the Troll Rocks being near Trollberg, which once again at this point of the show, we know that trolls are not allowed in Trollberg at all. And this title card does give us a first tease at Safety Patrol with the blimp in the sky. So another good title card for the beginning of a season. At this point of the video is where I say the title cards are getting really good. With the Midnight Giant, which gives off an ominous feeling as we see the giant. Nope. Be right back, I got a call. Sorry about that, everybody. Yes, I do have the end credits of Hilda on my phone. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, the giant. Yeah, so this title card does give off an ominous feeling as we see the giant towering above Hilda's house. Man, I really hope nothing bad happens to it. Anyways, moving back to season 2 with the George incident, where there's a lot of things happening in the title card, as we get the reintroduction of the Time Mice, and of course, the George. If I'm going to be honest, this episode would feel like a sponsor, in my opinion. This will feel like one of those episodes where they just shove the brand of like a real life product in your face throughout the entirety of the episode. I wonder if there's any shows that would be good examples of that. Let me know if that has been done before. Moving on to the Old Bells of Trollberg, where we have the bell towers being the main focus of the title card, which is important as they're the main focus of the episode. We also have wasps flying around the bell tower too, which is another important thing that happens in the episode as well. Once again, it's another good title card that gives us a good idea of what the episode might offer us. We're heading back to Toffelton again with the Fairy Mound. Another title card that gives off a mysterious vibe with a mysterious hooded figure sitting in front of the Fairy Mound. And of course, the nighttime aesthetic. And now we have the Sparrow Scouts, the episode where David and Frida become a main part of the main cast, with them joining Hilda and Twig in the title card, walking across the Trollberg wall. Fun fact, do you know that in the books, Frida and David don't have that much importance compared to the show? You know, fun fact to know. And we've also talked about, oh yeah, the title card. Yeah, it's good. As well as the yellow background given to it. Yellow is a really good color, along with the nighttime aesthetic to use in the title card. But yeah, good title card. Although this episode is my least favorite of the show, the Ghost does have a good title card. As I mentioned, the nighttime aesthetic really helps make these title cards stand out. It actually feels similar to the Sparrow Scouts, except now it's in night and the graveyard. Yeah, this title card is really spooky for an episode about ghosts. On to the season 1 finale with the Black Hound, and of course they are the main highlight of the title card, as they are mostly taking up most of the space in the image, as well as being menacing as we see it towering over Hilda and Joanna's car. Yeah, this image really shows the Black Hound might be a big problem. Although we weren't out, he's just a good boy. Another title card with a good use of the nighttime aesthetic with the Eternal Warriors. I think what makes these title cards with the nighttime background work is the use of the blue colors. I should mention this, but color and contrast does play a role in making these title cards stand out to me. And what's also in the image as well. But yeah, very cool. image with a cool axe too. Hope nothing bad happens in the episode involving that axe. Our next stop is the windmill. Remember what I said, like, somewhere in the video I said my favorite color is red? Yeah, it does play a role in making this tower card stand out. Especially with the silhouette of the windmill and victorious Nissa. Once again, another image that gives off an ominous vibe, especially with the Nissa in hiding in the corner. Green is going to become a common color you guys are going to see in later entries on the list, with an example being our next placement on the Dragon. Once again, another tower card that gives off a mysterious vibe with the presence of the Dragon in the background and what seems to be fog covering it. Going to be honest, this feels like SpongeBob episode with the Flying Dutchman. But yeah, very good tower card. Would you look at that? Another tower card with my favorite color, and that being the Yule ads. And of course, they had to be the main focus of the tower card since they're the main focus of the episode. This tower card does present them as characters that might cause mischief. Yeah, they kind of do. Especially once we learn their true purpose in the episode. Ooh boy. I'm pretty sure these guys are based off a real urban legend or something like that. I don't know. Alright, this is the last tower card that has my favorite color. Onto the Giant Slayer. This actually feels similar to the Midnight Giant looking back. Except now with my favorite color red. And the village being caught on fire. With the giant, of course, towering over it. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. Even before making this video, I already knew it was going to be high up on the list. We're almost to the top 10, we can make it. Up next is the Tide Mice. What makes it high up on the list is thanks to the use of the colors magenta and purple for the sky. Not only are they used in the sky, but they're also used for the ground and ocean, with Hilda and Twig's silhouettes contrasting with the background. Yeah, this is a really good one. On to one of the most iconic episodes of the show, introducing one of the iconic characters, the Bird Parade. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people mentioned this, but Hilda does give off a warm feeling to people who are watching it. And same with this tower card, with the use of the orange covering of the sky along with the floating lanterns contrasting from it. Yeah, it's a good tower card for one of the most iconic episodes of the series. I really wish the Raven got to be part of more episodes in later seasons. With that being said, we finally made it to the top 10. Starting off with the Storm. There is a lot to like about this tower card. From the great background of the Storm to all the important episodes and characters being present in this tower card, such as Hilda, David, and the Raven being the main characters, along with the weather station being the main point of interest in the episode, and of course, the Storm above Trollberg. Yeah, I really like this one. Now then, this episode. Oh boy, the Laughing Merman. I think you all know how much this episode is really special to me because of a certain character that I may have dedicated a video on. But unfortunately, we're not talking about her. We're talking about the tower card. And yeah, this is a really good one. Of course, the standout in this tower card is our Laughing Merman himself, Eugene, making his presence clear above the freaky floor. Of course, the effective use of the colors here contrasting from the background too. Yeah, I already knew this episode will be in my top 10 when making this episode or video. I've been saying episodes a lot of this. Of course, this tower card would make it high up on my list without mentioning the main synopsis of the episode. And of course, how it introduced the best character in all fiction. Now we have arrived at the Forgotten Lake, and once again, the use of the green helped the image stand out, especially giving it an ominous vibe thanks to the silhouette of the spider frog peeking out of the lake. It actually feels very similar to the Dragon, with the use of the green coloring, and the water too. This does cause viewers to wonder if what kind of creature is hiding inside the lake that Hilda might have an encounter with. Good thing we found out. Another iconic episode from the show, the 50-year night. Now, yeah, there's a lot in this tower card, but yet it's effective. with the silhouette of Hilda being placed within an empty space except for a portal or mirror of two characters, which we will learn more about in this episode. And of course, the use of the purple coloring helps this title card stand out. And speaking of the color purple, it also helps the next title card stand out for me, which is the Witch. Another title card that gives viewers a good idea of what's going to happen in the episode, with all of our main characters being present, being surrounded by magical elements. Also, I like the details of the stars in the image too. On to the top 5, and in my opinion, the best title card of Season 1, which is the Nightmare Spirit. What's not to love about this title card? There is so much chaos happening within the image, as we have Hilda, David, and Twig being scared by the main antagonist of the episode, the Mara. Once again, the green color also gives this title card a spooky feeling to it. Too bad after Season 1 we don't get much of the Maras. Then again, they were very spooky. Although this isn't an episode but rather a movie, I still decided to include the Mountain King, which is high up thanks to the fact that it's one of the 2 title cards within the entire series to be actually animated, with the giant troll, to which we are made to believe is the Mountain King, approaches Hilda, as we see how giant it is compared to her. Also, the opening title sequence building up to this title card is a joy to watch, as well as the music tied to it too. Now for the top 3, starting with the Beast of Cauldron Island. Once again, another title card that has pretty much all the important elements from the episode, with Woodman's head swimming in water, the Windworm, and of course, Cauldron Island. Also, the different values of blue also help this image stand out for me. I always wonder after the events of this episode, what happened to the Kraken and also the Windworm. We never heard from them again. The Kraken makes sense, but the Windworm? We have no idea what happened to them. Of course, the best title card to come from Season 2, as well as one of the best episodes in the show, is the Deer Fox. This title card feels magical with the use of the colors in the sky along with the stars too, of course. And how could we not mention Twig, as of course they're the main focus of the episode, which means they have to be the main focus of the image as well. Once again, it's another title card that before making this list and this video, I already knew it was going to be second place. And yeah, once again, before making this list and this video, I already knew it was going to take first place. With that being said, I mentioned before how much I loved the finale to Hilda in a previous video. I still stand by that. And this title card does have a small role in making this finale impactful for me. Besides the Mountain King, this is also a title card that is actually animated, as we see Hilda and Twig riding on the boat in a dark area, before we get the review of the Fairy Isle. And it's just a visual that I just love looking at no matter what. Once again, it's thanks to the use of the variety of colors used here. And another factor that helped make this title card be my favorite is the music being built up to the reveal of the title. That part was the cherry on top. And this is why, in my opinion, the Fairy Isle is my favorite title card in all of Hilda. And with that, we are finally done with the list. That took a while in my opinion. Some of you may feel like I was going quick on these title cards, or probably got bored up here in my voice. But to be honest, it was actually difficult for me to make this video since I have a hard time describing why I like certain things most of the time. And this idea just came up in my head. Like, I just thought, why not make a list of the title cards because of how much I like them. Despite the fact they only appear for a few seconds at the start of an episode. But I did have fun doing this video. And hey, it did allow me to talk about my favorite show again. So it's a win for me. Hopefully this isn't the last time I talk about Hilda. Or maybe it is, I don't know. Who knows if another idea pops up in my head that is unique and hasn't been done before. So yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like the random stuff that I make on my channel, as we are getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, which thanks a lot, guys. I know you guys are probably here for the Hunger Games, but yeah, it's still cool. We're almost at 1,000, and it would be cool to achieve, but feel free to subscribe if you want. You don't have to, but yeah, that's it. Bye.